Right guys, that's it, back to me. Yeah, so next thing that you'll see will be down at the allotment. Oh, sorry about the shaky camera, I ain't got my selfie stick in my hand. I'm having to use my own arm to hold the camera, phone. So yeah, next thing will be down at the allotment, and you'll see what's been going on down there. So I'll catch you on down there in a short while. Alright, if we bring you down. Right, there's the fire. Can't remember if you see this before. This is a 19 kg gas bottle that's been converted into a fire with furnace fire. As you can see, there's some logs. The copper coil there is wrapped around the flue pipe going through a raised bed, so turning the raised bed into a thermal battery, because and then that goes up to the blue barrel at the far end there, which is full of water, nearly about 6 inches, 8 inches from the top of the barrel, which is full of water. Have my stock of logs here, drying out nicely and splitting. I will be starting them some point, probably Monday. I'll be having to put them down beside my fire, because what I do is have one side of the fire, so as you're looking at it, the right hand side of the fire were used yesterday, so they were all replaced last night, up till last night. The ones that side of the fire will be used later today. I don't usually burn during the day because of this being in a built-up area, council estate. I'm surrounded by houses, yeah, so I don't want to cause residents a load of smoke and upset them. Right, let's take you on this raised bed there. It's got a couple of rows of the icicle mooley radish, and only a few normal radish. These were my sweet peppers from last year. I've tried to overwinter them in the cold greenhouse. I've brought them in here now. It's warm in here in the warm, because it gets to about 20 degrees in here. So when it's really at its highest, it's down to about 12 degrees now, I think it is. 14 degrees actually. So yeah, so hopefully these will start to spring into action shortly. I've given them a bit of liquid feed with tomato feed. So yeah, I don't know if you remember, I had the grow lights last year. Well, I built a box, built it out of polycarb, and then covered it, put a bit of a frame up, and basically around it, and added some polythene to it to add as an extra layer of insulation. Yeah, there's a 4-foot LED batten light in there, which is 6,500 Kelvin and 4,500 lumen. So in there I've got some leaks and a propagating in there, and some onions and bits and pieces. Oh yeah, and some more sweet peppers. I'm going to be starting some chilies shortly. Spring you around. There's the two 2-foot batten lights I had early last year that I was using for growing. 2 trays up there of sweet peas, which germination rate has been absolutely rubbish. I think I counted last night about 30 pots that didn't actually have anything in them coming up. So there's 40 in each of those, and it's nearly a tray's worth that have not germinated. Down there's 2 trays of brassicas, so that's 80 brassicas there. I'm going to swing you back round, and there's another, what was it now, 32 there, but a few of them are looking a bit ropey. I don't know if they'll make it or not. Don't know. So there you go. Inside the grow box it's 18 degrees. How well you can see that, I don't know. 14 out, 18 in. No, 17 in now. It was 18 a few moments ago. Yeah, these frames here were, oh blimey, flyaway greenhouse frames. I've got the covers, but I'm using them in here to give me extra shelving. There is a 3 in the back corner there's in that one there's 3 lavender plants that I propagate cuttings from last year. The little tray in front of that got possibly 1 or 2 seeds of the sweet peas that fell down in my potting tray. I couldn't see them, so I just scooped up what left of the compost was and chucked it into that. In that tray there is some dahlias that I've started off, but they're not on any heat, they're just in damp compost. Looks like, don't think they're going to do much. My aloe vera, the big pot at the back has got leeks, and that is a geranium that I dug out last year. I thought it had died, I brought it in here and it started coming back. Right, so, and I mean, and this framework here, this was one of those canvas wardrobes. That's what I managed to salvage of the tubes. It's a shame because I've got 2 tubes just down there. Shame I didn't have 2 more, and I could have made that a complete shelf there, so it would have given me four shelf areas where I could have put seedlings or plant something on those, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, so the fire in here keeps this in about 20 degrees when I leave, about 20 degrees when I leave it at night. I tick it over, I have the logs are there. That bag that you can see that's open is night briquettes. I got them from Facebook. They are supposed to last up to 8 hours, but I put them on about midnight, and well, there's still one in there now glowing, and it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. But I do pack it full of logs first and then put one of them on top, so it's the last thing that starts to get burnt. So the logs take it for about an hour, a couple of hours or so, and then that starts to burn. So that's probably why it extends out to about now. And there's a little bag beside that, which has got heat logs that you can buy from the local hardware places. That helps. I use that as a start up in the early evening, just to get the heat in quick into it. And I had some coal to it as well, so I've got a bag of coal down there, a bucket full of the ash, which I've got to get rid of. So I don't know where to put that, but I'll get rid of it somewhere. But yeah, that's what's going on here in the greenhouse. Just turn you back round to me and we can chat. Hi guys, welcome back to Malcolm's allotment journey. Been a while since I last posted. I think it was a little while before Christmas. Yeah, things haven't been ticking over just well as they are. But over the last fortnight, or about a fortnight ago, we had some bad news, or not bad news, but upsetting news. But you'll see what the upsetting news was in a bit further in the video. Just to bring you up to date, this is January, now what were we? 20, 21st, 22nd, 22nd, 23rd today. Yeah, so January the 23rd. Things have changed in this big greenhouse at home. I'll spin you around so you can see. Oh, sorry, hand over the camera. Alright guys, that's it, back to me. Yeah, so next thing that you'll see will be down at the allotment. Oh, sorry about the shaky camera, I ain't got my selfie stick in my hand. I'm having to use my own arm to hold the camera, phone. So yeah, next thing will be down at the allotment, and you'll see what's been going on down there. So I'll catch you on down there in a short while. Alright guys, that's it, back to me. Yeah, so next thing that you'll see will be down at the allotment. Oh, sorry about the shaky camera, I ain't got my selfie stick in my hand. I'm having to use my own arm to hold the camera, phone. So yeah, next thing will be down at the allotment, and you'll see what's been going on down there. So I'll catch you on down there in a short while. Hi guys, down at the allotment it's windy today, so I do apologise for any wind noise. I'll spin you around so we can see we get this done quickly. Hi guys, back down here. Right, there's the polytunnel. Next door is almost almost ready. I've got the product feed for that one. That's at home. Sorry about all the wind noise. I do apologise. I just got to get that net off and get it all secured. I'm going to do it slightly different to the way I've done this one. So I'm going to put wood around on the two sides with U-bolts and clamp it in, and then tighten it down later when the weather's better. Let's move back across here. These beds here are going to be for dahlias that I've ordered. They should be here middle of February, along with some chrysanthemums. Right, let's move down the side here. Right, yeah. So this is what I came across the first when I came down here the other week. Somebody put up, there was a hole in there, and there was something sticking out through it, which I thought, oh, nice. So I come down. This area, which is the fruit, is all going to change. This is going to be possibly another frame, and be covered with 14-foot trampoline frames, turned into a 14-foot wide polytunnel. Yeah, I cleared all of that. The IBC there, some old posts. Well, I got here to the greenhouse to look, and this door was wide open. Was right the way back against this IBC tank, and the chicken food tub was over there. So I thought, oh well, somebody's been having a wander around. I looked up, looked at my shed, thought nobody's touched my shed. Well, then as I got here, I started seeing something, and so on. I've just got to clamber past these bits of trampoline things. I had a big bonfire here, so the table's been tipped up on its end and tipped over there. Just got to do some repairs to that. That needs some new legs because they've rotted. It is tempted to actually take it apart and take it home and put it in the garden. But yeah, so yeah, and then I came across, oh, you can't see much now, but I came across lots of this. You may be able to figure out what it is from what you can see. More up there, some there, and yep, there was some out there, and there was lots of it all out here, but the weather's broken it down, and this is basically what I came across. The bed frame here, which is normally in my front of my chicken run door, that's also then behind it, netting, and this is what I came up to. Basically, oh, somebody has smashed their way into the chicken run, and basically all of the chickens have basically been slaughtered. I do have an idea who it might have been, but I won't name names because I could be wrong, but there we go. But yeah, this is the upsetting news that we had a couple of 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so this will come down. The fencing I'm going to use somewhere, I'm not sure where. I'll decide that when I get to it. So the timber in there would be useful as well. I mean, that's an Irish rail there that normally on a fencing triangle shaped rail. There's gravel board in there I can use. Yeah, and there's other bits of wood in the roof and that I can use. Probably the framework on that end of the chicken run is probably, it's only battening. The top parts might be useful, but all the stuff around the ground will be at it. And I'll take out all the galvanised mesh, which is that piece there that I cut and well dug down into the ground and cut off to being 18 inches because they're 2 foot wide deep. Well, they're 18 inches in the ground to stop foxes from digging in. But yeah, so the chickens were basically slaughtered and fed to the foxes basically. That shed I will, this year I'm intending on getting all this clear, that shed emptied. There is a shed there, behind there. There, if I go up a bit more you can see the roof. I'm intending on clearing that, breaking that down, smashing that down, because it's just basically a rat hole. The front here of this shed is going to be coming down. So if I come around here a bit more, I stand and hold you level, you can see the lattice work, or the frame there, is dropped to the left hand side. It's lower, it's rotting, the roof's coming up down. I can only just open that door for about 1.5 foot out, and then that's it, it hits the beams for the roof. So the whole of that front, that's got to come off. So I'll be taking that bird box off, unless the bird's appeared into it in the net shortly. That bird box is usually used every year. That'll have to come down. I might move that one and put that round on the side of the shed, but yeah, so this veranda bit will be getting down. I put my foot went through it the other week when I come down here, when I found the chickens, as you can see just there. But my shed wasn't touched, so the person who done it came down deliberately to do for the chickens, which is upsetting. If there's a problem, I wish they talked to me. I mean, as you see, it was a bit boggy in there, but it was due its dig over. Every month I have to go in there and dig it over because of the way the wet weather gets in there and that. But this summer, well, once we started getting the better weather, I was going to put them all into one end, and I was going to put a new roof on this and redo it. Put a slope roof on it, so it all sloped to the back. Have it higher, a little bit higher in the front and slope into the back, lower at the back, so it basically drained off on the back of there. Nice person, didn't allow me to do it, but yeah, it was done intentional. And all I got out of the allotment lot was, well, what do you want us to do? There's not, what do you want us to do about it? But there's not a lot we can do, because the chickens are here at my own risk. Yeah, but you don't expect normal people to be complete and utter bleeps, I should say, I'd say, instead of swearing. But yeah, so that frame, as I say, that's going to be netted, or well, polythened, covered with polythene. So that would be 2 polytunnels on the front of the allotment. This area, yeah, I'm going to put a 14-footer up here. Well, I'm thinking about it, but with what's happened recently, I'm a bit reluctant. So yeah, and then that probably all this fruit that's here, if it's any good, I'm going to dig it up and I'm going to put it at the back there. We'll see what happens. And then the fruit trees, I am going to try and see if I can do like the spalliades, like stretch it across, so, and keep them cut back from the back of the polytunnel so I can clear. But I'm going to try and lay my hands on 2 more of the IBC tanks and put one at either on each tunnel. I'm going to put a bit of guttering on them. I mean, at the present moment this is still got to be tightened up, but if I was to run a length of guttering along here at this height, I could drain the water into an IBC and basically catch water off of the polytunnels and fill the IBCs up from the polytunnels. And then I can use the water from them instead of using the site one. And if they come to me and go, oh, we think you're using more water, Malcolm, because of your polytunnels, I can say, well, I've got IBCs, I'm using them, along with watering from the tank, but I'm compensating with my IBC tanks. Right, let's just move back up to the front and open up this polytunnel again. Go in here, get out of the wet. At the moment, the polytunnel's in a bit of a bomb site because I've just been up here for a little while. I've been collecting more trampolines. I've got 4 bags there of well rotted horse manure. Oh, there, you're tipping over. There you go, look, well rotted. Some stones in there, which I'm not so, I'm a bit wondering how they've got like that. But yeah, this bed here is basically done right the way up. Needs a bit of compost in this area here where these bags are, just to finish this off. This bed is done, which is the full length of the tunnel, but as you can see, as I say, I've been having to sort out, there's timber down there, that timber and that timber is going to go round the front of the beds that I showed you earlier for the dahlias. because I'm going to put net on that to give them a bit of wind protection, and then I'll probably put like a roof covering over the top, probably use some polythene, polytunnel covering. So I've got plenty of that left at home from this tunnel. I ordered a 24-foot long amount, and I've only used 18 foot in the end, because I didn't do the one I was going to do. So that timber there and that timber there is going out the front. I have two 10-foots, two 8-foots there, and I've got 8 foot in another 8-footer under in one of the compost bays. So that's the legs for the 10-foot. That timber over there is going over for the other frame for the next tunnel, and then I've got the net poles back. I've got net poles there, a bit more guttering and downpipe, and bamboo canes. I've got some more bits of wood here, and more net poles and leg poles, and yeah, this side. So, but as I say, this bed here and this bed and that bed are both ready to go. So as soon as I'm ready, let's move my hand, I can sort this all out. It won't take me a few minutes to sort this out. I can get this, and these are like 3 bounce mats and 2 nets, I think it is, that are here. Or is it? No, 3 bouncing mats and 2 nets. So may use more of these nettings to do what I was thinking about doing. But yeah, let's spin you around and I can sign off. Right, yeah, so as I say, it's a bit of a bomb site in here, but hey ho. But it won't take long. It'll take a matter of one bed, the bed on the right hand side of the video there. You might not get done this year. It might be done for get it done towards the end of the year, so it can be used for over winter. Because once I use these polyframe trampoline frames up, a lot of that will be moved out, and the wooden bed that's up there and down the bottom here, they will go out as well. So yeah, and the wood will be gone. So yeah, a lot of it in here I want to also put on that right hand side. I want to put some sort of like frame up, so I can make a bench and then pull it so it's on hinge and hinge it back so it goes up to that timber frame there that runs the whole length of the tunnel. And let's spin you back round. Sorry about the way I've done that then, but it's a bit of a muck about stopping the camera video and then changing the view and then starting it up again. So yeah, so I might put a frame on that side so I can have a bench along there, so in future I can have the bed free, ready, and anything I want to do I can put it on top of that. Right, I'm going to sign off now. I'll see you again soon. Very soon, hopefully, because what I'm going to do is do I know the frame's up already, but that's very easy to explain how to do. I can explain that. I'm going to do a how-to video on doing the other polytunnel. So I'll catch you again soon. So ta-ra for now. Bye.